Good morning, Team McAuliffe. Today is Monday, September 11th, 2023, and we will now begin our day together with the morning announcements. Please stand quietly and respectfully for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now have a moment of silence to think about what we are going to do to make the McAuliffe School a safe and happy place for all students and staff. I hope that everybody enjoyed the unexpected long weekend. Because of that weekend, we do have a bunch of birthdays to celebrate today. On Thursday, it was Isaac's birthday in room 207. And then on Friday, we had Chanel celebrating his birthday from room 205. Over the weekend, we had a bunch of birthdays in room 202. We had Daniel, and in room 203, we had John, both celebrating their birthdays. On Sunday, we had some more birthdays in room 205. We had Nolan celebrating his birthday, Leilani from room 208, Arya from room 5, and Morris from room 202 all celebrated their birthdays on Sunday. And then today, we also have a couple of birthdays. Jasper from room 117 celebrates his birthday, as does Juliana from room 11. Happy birthday to all of you. We don't want to forget our staff birthdays. On the 7th, Miss De La Cruz in room 101 celebrated her birthday. And then today, our tutor, Miss Yu, celebrates her birthday. Hope that you guys all had great birthdays over the weekend and today. Looking at our National Days calendar, today is Patriot Day. And this is an important one. Here's a video to tell you more about it.
What is Patriot Day? Patriot Day, also known as 9/11, is a day recognized every year to remember the lives lost in the terrorist attack of September 11, 2001. People use this day to recognize and give thanks to the brave first responders who put their lives on the line to save civilians caught up in the tragedy. When is Patriot Day? Patriot Day is observed every year on September 11th. What is the history of Patriot Day? On September 11, 2001, a group of 19 terrorists crashed 2 airplanes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. Another plane crashed into the Pentagon building outside of Washington, D.C. The men tried to crash the 4th plane into another building. However, the passengers fought back, and the plane crashed into an empty field in Pennsylvania. With around 3,000 deaths between plane passengers, those in the building that were struck, and responders attempting to save people, 9/11 is known as the most catastrophic terrorist attack to ever take place on American soil. Our country has faced many challenges in its history. It seems that with each challenge, our patriotism and care for those around us grows. During this time of crisis, first responders and many other civilians stepped in to help their fellow humans and New Yorkers get to safety. President George W. Bush designated September 11th as Patriot Day, also known as a National Day of Service and Remembrance for the victims of the attacks.
The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
In the direct aftermath, airplane security became stricter in many countries in an attempt to avoid another terrorist attack. The war on terror commenced immediately after September 11, 2001, with President George W. Bush vowing to stand up to the perpetrators of the attacks. How is Patriot Day observed? Use this day as an opportunity to understand the importance of first responders and heroes. Every year, on the anniversary of the event, Americans fly the American flag at half-mast and observe a moment of silence for the lives lost. This is honored at 8:46 a.m., the time that the first plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. On the 10th anniversary of 9/11, the 9/11 Memorial opened. Many people find comfort in visiting the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. However, there are many memorials that you can walk through to honor the victims in your own private way. If you live close enough to an area where you can attend a ceremony, you can partake in a moment of silence with others and hear stories about people who lost their lives, families, emergency workers, and more.
It was a sad day in American history that reminds us today of the importance of giving back to our communities and also thanking our first responders such as firefighters, police officers, and EMTs. That's how we recognize Patriots Day here in the United States today. Teachers, please collect your students' summer reading bingo and math packets. Get those down to Miss Steele before lunch today so that we can go ahead and count all of those up. Figure out if we're going to have enough duct tape to stick Miss Carenti and I to the wall tomorrow. Also, students, don't forget to tell your parents about the McAuliffe Open House Scavenger Hunt that's happening on Thursday. That's from 6 to 7:30. You'll get a chance to take them on a scavenger hunt around the school, finding different things, different places, showing them the places that you're learning, meeting your teachers and some of your friends, and you'll walk away with some pretty cool prizes for doing that. That's on Thursday. Make sure your parents come on out for that. I think that's all of our announcements for today. Remember, McAuliffe students are stars. That means we strive to do our best. We take responsibility. We're always positive and kind, and we respect ourselves and others. If everybody remembers to be a star today, then we'll have a marvelous Monday. Have a great day, McAuliffe School.